When a new mutual fund has been around for 3 years, then they can start promoting their returns. What's happened over the past 3 years? That's what I'm thinking about today. So as we start the new year, I was been thinking about, looking back at the past, kind of anticipating the future, and got me thinking about this idea, of 3 years, that's when mutual funds get to start bragging about their performance after they have a track record. So it made me think to look back at the end of 2019, the S&P 500 finished the year right about 3,200, about 3,230. And what's gone on since and now today, or, at the end of 2022 here, just a couple weeks ago, the S&P was at 3839 to end the year. So a gain over that 3 years of about 19%. Not awesome, but when you think about what's gone on, there have been just a few things that have happened over the past 3 years. Think about, maybe some economic things. You might have heard of the COVID-19 crisis and what's gone on with that. Hard to believe, isn't it? You think back only 3 years ago that schools and businesses and the world completely shut down for some cases for a very long time. Right? So we had that in the past 3 years. There's been some financial turmoil. You might have, looked at your account statements from last year, right? Not such a hot thing. S&P down, double digits into bear market territory. We've also had some political uprising and some things, right? The election a couple of years ago, a lot of stuff going on politically. What about geopolitically? Looking globally speaking, you might have heard about the war in Ukraine with Russia invading and all the things that have gone with that. I forgot with the financial, I'm thinking about the stock market. What about inflation? You might have heard that that's gone up a little bit higher than it has in the recent past, right? So you think about those things. We've got COVID, we've got the market, the tumble from last year, we've got the inflation that's kicked in, we've got the political turmoil here in the United States, and looking across the world with some of the things that are going on over on the other side of the globe. A lot of stuff going on. And then you circle back to that idea of what's gone on in the last 3 years. If you think about this, right? I've talked with a number of you about if you had known at the beginning of January 2020 what was going to happen, how would you have felt about your investments, right? You probably would have buried it in the backyard in some coffee cans and taken all your money out of the stock market, right? We've had some big things going, but think about that. From 3,200 a couple of years ago up over 3,800 today, up 20%. Just really interesting to look back on what happened, how it felt while it happened, and what the results are. So that's what I'm thinking about today. As always, I'm interested in knowing what you're thinking about. If you're watching this on YouTube, drop a comment in the comment box or shoot me an email directly. And as always, thanks for watching.